Hello friends, in this video I'm going to explain you various objective type questions on concept of speed and velocity. Let's begin with the first question. Dash is the ratio of distance traveled to the time taken to cover that distance. Distance traveled by time taken. The formula distance traveled by time taken is option A acceleration, option B displacement, option C distance, and option D speed. Speed is the correct answer because we know that speed is equal to distance by time. Distance by time. Okay, it is the ratio of distance and time. So option D is the correct answer. Whereas acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Displacement is distance with direction. Okay, distance is the actual path. Next question. The SI unit of speed is. See, we know that speed is equal to distance by time. What is the SI unit of distance? It is meter. What is the SI unit of time? It's seconds. It is seconds. So the SI unit of speed will be meter per second. Option B is the correct answer. Third question. Dash is displacement per unit time. Rate of change of displacement. Which quantity is said to be rate of change of displacement? Here this S represents not the distance but displacement. So therefore V is velocity, not the speed. Displacement has direction, so velocity will have direction. So it's a vector quantity, right? So option B is the correct answer. Displacement by time is velocity. The SI unit of velocity is, just now we have seen, velocity formula is displacement by time. Displacement unit is also meter. SI unit of time is seconds. So SI unit of velocity is also meter per second. Option B is the correct answer. Speed is a scalar quantity. Mention true or false. See, speed is defined as distance by time, whereas distance is scalar quantity. So the speed will also be scalar quantity. So true. Next question. Velocity is a vector quantity. Mention true or false. Just now we have seen velocity is equal to displacement by time, where the displacement is vector quantity. So therefore the velocity will also be vector quantity. So true. Next question. Distance covered by moving object in a particular direction in unit time or speed in a particular direction is called. See, speed in particular direction. If the speed is a scalar quantity, just now we have seen, and if it is having direction, then it is said to be velocity, right? Because velocity equal to displacement by time, whereas displacement is having direction. Next question, the speed of a moving body at any particular instant of time is called. See, the speed which is moving, that is the speed of a moving body at a particular instant of time. That means, say for example, this is the time and this is the speed, right? So at, suppose if the speed of the body at this particular instant, okay, at this particular time, say for example 50 minutes. So at this instant, what is the value of the speed? That is called instantaneous speed. Okay, it is not called the average speed. It is not instantaneous velocity. It is not average velocity. Clear? So the correct answer is instantaneous speed, option A. Next question. An object is said to be moving with dash speed if it covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. If an object is covering equal distance in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be uniform motion. Okay, it's said to be uniform. If an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time in a specified direction, so then that velocity is called uniform velocity. There it was motion, here it is uniform velocity. So the option given is velocity, right? So it's uniform velocity. If a body covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time in a specified direction, then it is unequal distances. This already I had explained when I was clear. Here, suppose if a body is moving from this point, it covers 10 kilometer per hour, and from here to here 20 kilometer per hour, and from here to here it's 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, so it is covering unequal distances. So distance, say the distance covered, it is unequal. So unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it's said to be non-uniform. So the option is non-uniform. Option B is the correct answer. A boy, this is an assertion and reason type question. A boy riding on bicycle in a crowded street exhibit non-uniform motion. Yes, see, in a crowded street, as I told you, the speed will be varying. Say 10 km per hour, 20 km per hour, 40 km per hour. So what happens? The speed is going to vary in a crowded street. The motion is going to be non-uniform. That's right. So assertion is true. The boy covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. Is he covering equal distance? No, he is covering unequal distance in equal intervals of time. So reason is false. Assertion is true. So shall we check which will be the option? Assertion is true, reason is false. So option C is the correct answer. Next question. Assertion. Velocity is the speed of an object in a particular direction. That's right. Speed with the direction, we call it as velocity. That's right. SI unit of velocity is same as speed. That's also correct. But whether it is a reason for the above statement? No. Both are true, but reason is not correct statement of assertion. Okay? Reason is not correct statement of assertion. So it must be option B. Option B is the correct answer. Assertion is true. Even reason is also true. But reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Okay? Option B is the correct answer. Give the technical term used for the rate of motion of a body. I told you, rate of motion of a body. So when a body is said to be in motion, then it will cover certain distance. So rate of motion of a body. So what do we call that? We call it as speed. Option D is the correct answer. An object travels a distance of 16 meter in 4 seconds, then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? So here distance S1 is given and another distance S2 is given and the time T1 is given 4 seconds, another time T2 is also given to me 2 seconds. So what will be the average speed? What is the formula for average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance by total time taken. So what is total distance? 16. So here in this case S1 plus S2 is the total distance. T1 plus T2 is the total time. So what will be the average speed? Average speed is equal to 16 plus 16 divided by 4 plus 2, which is 32 divided by 6. So when you divide 6 5s are 30, so therefore 5. So it must be either this 5 meter per second or 5.5 meter per second, or it must be 5.33 meter per second. But when we divide 32 by 6, we get 3s are. Okay, so therefore it is 5.33 meter per second. Option D is the correct answer. Does the speedometer of a car measures its average speed? See, speedometer is an instrument used to measure speed. Okay, instantaneous speed. It doesn't measure average speed. At that particular instant, what is the speed? So therefore, it doesn't measure average speed. It measures instantaneous. Instantaneous means at that particular instant. So at this particular instant, what is the speed? That is called instantaneous speed. So speedometer measures instantaneous speed. So no. If we divide the total distance traveled on a car trip by the time for the trip, are we calculating the average speed or the magnitude of the average velocity? Total distance by time taken, total time, it's said to be, we have already seen its average speed and not average velocity. It's average speed. Option A is the correct answer. The speedometer of a car measures. Just now we have seen average speed. That means instantaneous. It's not average speed. Just now we have seen. It will measure instantaneous speed. That means at that particular instant, what is the speed? It gives the measure of instantaneous speed. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. Assertion. The velocity of a body is a scalar quantity. Do you agree with that? No, it is not scalar quantity, it is a vector quantity. Assertion is wrong. Reason. A vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. That's right. Okay, but reason is correct. Assertion is wrong. So it must be the option. Assertion is false. Reason is true. Option D is the correct answer. Which speed is greater, 30 meter per second or 30 kilometer per hour? See, either we have to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second or meter per second to kilometer per hour. I will convert this kilometer per hour to meter per second. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So 1000 meter divided by 1 hour is equal to how much? 3600 seconds. So 3600 seconds. So on cancelling, 300 divided by 36. 300 divided by 36. So let us consider this 36 to be only 30. So it's going to be 10. If I take 36, it will be lesser than 10. It will be lesser than 10. So 30 meter per second, but here it is 10 meter per second, which is greater. 30 meter per second is greater speed. So option A is the correct answer. What do you mean by average speed? We have seen. What is that? It is the average distance traveled per unit time. Option B is the correct answer. What is the unit of average speed? Average speed has got the same formula, because average speed also the same formula, total distance by total time. So it is meter per second. So it can be meter per second or meter second inverse. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. The above velocity time graph shows the motion of cycle. What is its velocity? You have to see to the question, to the graph very carefully. So here the time is given along the x-axis, and along the y-axis velocity is given. So at this instant, what is the velocity? 20 meter per second. But when we go for at every instant, we find that the velocity is the same. It is 20 meter per second. So they are asking you to find the velocity, which is 20 meter per second. Option D is the correct answer. 20 meter per second. Next question. Odometer of a car reads 2000 km at the start of the trip and 2400 km at the end of the trip. If the trip took 8 hours, what is the average speed of the car in kilometer per hour? See here, we need in kilometer per hour. Already it is in kilometer per hour. The given distance is, say for example, here in this case, odometer shows 2000 kilometer in the beginning and 2400 kilometer at the end. So what is the difference between this start and the end of the trip? it is 400 kilometer. Okay, 400 kilometer divided by, what is the time taken? 8 hours. So 8 hours. So when we cancel, it is 50 kilometer per hour. Option B is the correct answer. What does the path of an object look like when it is uniform motion? See, when the object is said to be in uniform motion, that means distance uniform motion, that means it is covering the same speed. It will cover the same speed. Okay, it will cover the same speed. So here it must be the speed. It covers the same speed. Uniform motion means same speed or velocity. That means it is moving in straight line. So option C is the correct answer. Here in this graph, we have 3 lines, okay, representing the distance versus time. 3 objects, movement of the 3 objects showing the distance covered for a particular period of time. So which of 3 is traveling fastest? The one which is having more slope. Okay, so here, which one is having more slope? See this line, it is cheaper and it is having more slope. Okay, so it is covering 14 kilometer. The same way, the other graph, that means the other curve, when you consider, if you take the slope of that, you will find that the time is more, denominator is more. Okay, so distance by time, you can say distance by time, that's going to be here the slope. So in this case, delta S by delta T. So delta S is going to be more for B as well as for this, but the time for this particular graph, it is less. It is 1.4. But here when we consider for this particular line, the time is more. When the time is more, what happens? Which will move fast? They are asking the speed. So speed is distance by time. Okay, so the slope of this gives distance by time. But the time is increasing. What happens to the speed? Speed will decrease. So therefore, these two can't be. So this curve B is going to have fastest speed. Okay, B is going to have fastest speed. The distance covered by the car moving with the speed of 36 km per hour in 15 minutes is, see, we need to find out the distance, whereas the speed is given. This is the speed and this is the time. Speed is in kilometer per hour, but time is in minutes. We need to convert either this kilometer per hour to meter per second and even this time to meter per second. Everything should be in same unit. Numerator and denominator should be in same unit. Okay, or else here it cannot be numerator. Why? Because we have to find the distance. What is how you will find the distance? When we multiply this speed and time. So S is equal to V into T here, speed into time. So we need to convert this speed to meter per second. So 36 into 1000 divided by 3600. 3600. So it's going to be 10. Okay, so 10 meter per second. What about the time? It is 15 minutes. We need to convert 15 minutes to seconds. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So when you multiply this, we get 900. So 900 seconds. So 10 into 900, that is 9000 meter per second square. So we are converting kilometer to meter per second. Okay, if we do so, we get 9000 meter per second square. Do we have that option? It is in anyhow it's not meter square, because the second and the second, it's getting cancelled. Sorry, this is displacement, right? Distance, right? So therefore it get cancelled. So meter, so it will be 9000 meter, or we can say 9 kilometer. So the option is B, 9 kilometer. That's the correct answer. An object can have a constant speed but variable velocity. Yes, it can have. Reason is velocity changes due to change in direction. That's right, though the speed is same. So option A is the correct answer. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct reason is the correct statement for assertion. So option A is the correct answer. The formula of speed is, we know it is distance traveled by time taken. Option B is the correct answer. The formula for average speed is given as, so it can be asked in this way. Okay, so we have already seen, but the options given here: total distance traveled by total time. That cannot be total displacement by total time taken. That cannot be. It is not displacement. So it is total distance by traveled by total time taken. That's right. We have seen problem also based on this. So option B is the correct answer. A scooterist covered a distance of 3 km in 5 minutes. Calculate his speed in centimeter per second. Okay. So here we have 3 km in 5 minutes. So we have to convert this 3 km to meter. So it is 3000 meter per. We need to find the speed, right? So distance by time will be the speed. So what is minutes? 5 minutes. We need to convert it to seconds. So 5 into 60. It is 300 seconds. So 3000 divided by 300 seconds. It's going to be 30 meter per second. But we want in centimeter. So what is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So here it is, you can cancel this. It is going to be, it is denominator is 3 and numerator is 30, right? It's 10 meter per second. It's 10 meter per second. But here we know that 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So when we multiply with 100, we get 1000 centimeter per second. That's right, 1000 centimeter per second. Option C is the correct answer. A scooterist covers a distance of 3 km in 5 minutes. Calculate its speed in meter per second. Just now we found it is 10 meter per second. Option is the correct answer, isn't it? 3000 divided by 5 into 60, 300. Okay, so it is 10 meter per second. That's right, which is 3000 divided by 300. So if you cancel, you get 10 meter per second. Option is the correct answer. Next question. A scooterist covers a distance of 3 km in 5 minutes. Calculate his speed in kilometer per hour. So already the distance is in kilometer and time is in minutes. So numerator should be the same. So we know speed is equal to distance by time. So numerator is same, 3 km, and time we need to convert it to hour. Okay, so it is 5 minutes. So we know 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Let us convert to seconds first. So into 60 it's going to be 300. That is in seconds. But we don't want in seconds. So we know 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So how to get 1 second? 1 second is equal to 1 divided by 3600 hour. So we need to substitute this over here. Okay. So 1 divided by 3600 hour we need to have. So here anyhow it's going to be 300, because 5 into 60 is 300. 300 divided by 3600 hour. So it is 12. So when this 1 divided by 12. So when this 1 divided by 12, it goes to numerator. 12 goes to numerator. So therefore it is 36 km per hour. So option D is the correct answer. A train travels with a distance of 12 km in 3 hours. 120 km in 3 hours. Okay. And another train travels 180 km in 4 hours. Which train traveled faster? So you cancel this, you get 40 km per hour. And if you cancel this, it is so 2s are, and here 90. So 45 km per hour. So which is faster? 45 km per hour is faster. So B is fastest. We know what is the formula for velocity. Velocity is distance traveled in a given direction. They have not given displacement by time. They have given distance traveled in a given direction. So therefore option C is the correct answer. Depending upon the option given, we need to choose the correct answer. Change the speed of 6 meter per second into kilometer per hour. So here we know 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So 1 meter will be equal to 1 divided by 1000 kilometer. Similarly, 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So 1 second will be equal to 1 divided by 3600 hour. So these things we need to substitute. We need to convert to kilometer per hour, right? So 6 into 6 divided by 1000. It is okay, 6 into, or you can say 6 into 1 by 1000, or 6 divided by 1000 divided by seconds. So what will be the seconds? 3600 seconds. So 1 divided by 3600. So to convert it to kilometer per hour. So this 3600 will go up. So 36,000 into 6. Sorry, not 36,000. Here it is 3600 into 6 divided by 1000. Okay. And you can multiply this. So it is 216 divided by 10, which means it is 21.6. Okay, so we have converted to kilometer per hour. Option C is the correct answer. 21.6 kilometer per hour. Which of the two can be 0 under certain conditions? Average speed or average velocity? Say average speed cannot be 0 because total distance by total time taken. So average velocity can be 0. So option B is the correct answer. Which of the following can sometimes be 0 for moving body? So we know that average velocity and the displacement can be 0. So 1 and 4. So we need to see the option 1 and 4. So option C is the correct answer, 1 and 4. Which of the following could not be the unit of speed? It can be meter per second. Actually, the unit is meter per second. It can be kilometer per hour. Okay. It can be meter per second. That's right. It can be millimeter per second. That's also right. But it can't be second per. We have seen various objective type questions on concept of speed and velocity, and also we have seen numericals on speed and velocity. If you like the video, kindly click the like button and share to all your friends, and subscribe my channel to get the notification for the upcoming videos. Thank you very much.